Odell Beckham Jr. is going to be watching this game carefully. He recently joked. He said he was half serious when he tweeted that he'll end up signing with whoever wins tonight's game. And the Rams, they still have a locker for him at the training facility. They are just waiting for the right moment to bring him back. Other teams have been linked to him. Von Miller has been aggressively recruiting him to Buffalo. Brandon Beane, the GM of the Bills, hasn't ruled it out. I remember saying last year, once the dust settled on the season, if the Bills had just been aggressive enough to go get Von Miller and OBJ, they would have been the ones holding up the trophy and not the Rams. So we'll see what Beckham does eventually. Could it be the Bills? Could it be the Rams? Could it be someone else? I feel bad for him because he was on the brink of getting a big contract in free agency. He could have been the Super Bowl MVP. The non-contact knee injury during the Super Bowl ended that. But he really does, Myles. To the extent that teams are sitting back and waiting for him to get healthy, he really does have a great opportunity to wait and see. Who are the contenders? Who become the great teams? Where will the need be for my services? He can wait until after Halloween. Last year, he wiggled his way out of Cleveland right after Halloween, right after the trade deadline, when all that stuff came up with his dad, with the video of all the times he's open and Baker Mayfield didn't throw it to him. And he picked the right spot. He got on the right horse. So why not wait to see how the race starts to unfold before you pick your horse? I think that's his smartest move.
Yeah, it certainly could be. I mean, imagine if Odell Beckham Jr. were still on the Browns and the Browns were playing, Carolina this week. That might be a whole nother thing, but that's not the case. So it's going to be interesting to see what Odell Beckham Jr. decides to do. I mean, the Rams, I think, appear to be counting on him coming back, right? When you still have a locker for the guy, that's something that they've done in the past. When somebody doesn't sign in free agency, then they still have the locker available and all that jazz. But I think that they're going to need another receiver later on in the season. We were talking about their receiver depth earlier on in the segment. And if you can add somebody like Odell Beckham Jr., who already knows the offense, and things are going to get changed and shifted over the course of the season, yes. But when you have somebody who's familiar with the quarterback already, who has been a part of the team before, and you can add him after that bye week when you're making that push into the postseason, I mean, any team that's going to be able to add his services is going to be very happy about it. However, I think we got to remember, too, that Odell Beckham Jr. was not ready to come back until, what was it, week 4, week 5 into the season last year with the Browns after he tore that ACL week 7 back in 2020. So we don't know exactly when he's going to be healthy, when he's going to be available. I mean, he tore the ACL in darn near mid-February, right? So he may not even be available for the postseason, depending on the way that knee heals. So we'll have to see. But yeah, any team that would be able to add a healthy Odell Beckham Jr. in December or whenever it's going to be like that team's going to get a big boost.
It was 11 months roughly. And you're right. That's a question. When will he be available? There was some suggestion at one point in the offseason that he got butchered a little bit with his first ACL, that there was an issue, there was a problem, and that's why it took so long, and maybe that set the stage for it to go again. And at one point, Beckham actually suggested that he tore the ACL even before the knee went during Super Bowl 56. There was some skepticism there. Nobody really knows unless they have access to the MRIs that may or may not have even been taken before the ACL went. But that's a real issue. When will he be healthy? And the fact that no one is willing to say, we'll pay you, we'll keep you in our building, we'll help get you rehabbed, we'll hold you on the back burner until you're ready to go, that gives him the flexibility to wait and see what happens and where the best spot for him can be. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.